Hello and welcome to this week's episode of A Crazy Little Thing called Lovdev. Today I've had a very unusual Christmas gig with a man who didn't agree with some of my material. Find out more about that. We dig in today about whether DPD deliveries should have its own adventure, and who remembers bullies, but who remembers the nice people? And what would happen if someone thought you were actually dead, but you're not? There's a weird news story to that. You're going to find out all about it on today's episode 198, The Isle of Irony. Hello everyone, how are you all? I'm not the 100% greatest, in all honesty. Picked up the lurgy that's spreading around in the United Kingdom. This bug that just can't decide what it wants to do with your actual body. Sore throats, sinus, runny nose, coughs, headaches. Feels like the old CV19 is coming back for CV25, maybe CV26. Will that ever return? I don't know. I hope not. But I tell you what, it doesn't help having that when you have to go and do your very first Christmas corporate. I did one last night. It was local to me. I had another gig on. I had to cancel that. I told the promoter, obviously, enough notice to say, look, mate, I've been offered a corporate. The money's good. It's round the corner from my house. And if you want me to do your gig, I will still come and do your gig. But I just wanted to ask. He was like, don't worry, mate. Crack on. I'll get it covered. Sorted. Ended up doing this Christmas corporate. First of all, it was in a venue where I had one of my birthday celebrations in there, believe it or not. It was a local Indian desi pub that serves mixed grills and all that type of food, you know, like chicken tikka and lamb chops and curries and naan breads. Quite a popular place, actually. There's a lot of people in there. The food is good. The atmosphere is nice. The corporate gig I did, I don't want to say too much about it. But let's just say it was for an Indian firm. Straight away, as I walked in, I went, this is going to be tough. And yes, it was a classic Christmas corporate. Separate tables, booths, people having their back to me. People were chatting while I was on stage, hugging each other, greeting friends in front of me, and I'm thinking, hello, mate, I'm trying to do comedy here and you're spoiling it. Okay, you're the boss, but you could have gone and done it quietly. Not the most enjoyable gigs, if I'm going to be honest. And to top it off, I wish I was making this up, but I'm not. At the gig, there was a man who was wearing a turban, quite neatly made. Looked very good. He had glasses on, and to be honest, when I first saw him, he didn't look like a white man. He looked like a fair-skinned Indian, Sikh bloke. I thought, okay. And then the lady who booked me introduced me to everyone. Like, she went, that's so-and-so, he does that in that job. I was like, all right. She goes, you see that guy there, the one in the turban? He's actually white. He's a white man. I was like, oh, right. But then I thought maybe he's turned into a Sikh. He's following the Sikh faith. No, he just decided for that one night he's going to dress up as a Sikh. I thought, okay, that's absolutely fine if he wants to be the part, because the manager of the company was a Sikh bloke. And I'm guessing he was the one that tied the turban on him. I'm going through my material. I do a bit about immigration. Nothing too dark, nothing, just a couple of lines. That guy with the turban decided to turn round and go, I don't think that's funny. We don't want immigrants coming into our country. And I was like, eh? And then he carried on going, I think everyone agrees with me in this room. No one's enjoying this bit. We don't want immigrants. And I looked at him. I didn't want to say anything. I wish I came up with a better comeback. When you finish your gig, you think, oh, I should have said that. I've been getting told by a white man who's wearing a turban, pretending to be a Sikh, that he doesn't want immigrants coming into the country. Yet, he is from the Isle of Wight. A man from the Isle of Wight who had to get on a boat to get to mainland Britain. That doesn't even make any sense. I wish I was joking, but I'm not. It's generally actually happened. My very first Christmas gig. Now, I wasn't that fussed. I said to him, look, mate, we nearly ended up having an argument, and I got angry on stage, and I said, look, that's it then. I'm off. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for listening for those that have done. Bye-bye. I came off stage. I think I did around 25 minutes, which is long enough anyway. They wanted 45 minutes to half an hour. I said, mate, you'll be lucky to get half an hour out of this room. I did my time. He interrupted me. I said, you interrupted me through my set. You weren't the only one to do it. There were other people as well. It was a bizarre, strange gig. The lady who booked me was absolutely lovely. She was genuinely such a nice person. She spoke to me afterwards. She called me out of the room. She apologised. She was dead nice. I've never met anyone so nice like that after a gig. And I could tell she was being honest. It was coming from her heart. One or two other people came out of that room and said the same thing. So it was nice. I don't think I had a death, but it felt like a death. But the bloke from the Isle of Wight, he came up to me. And he was trying to talk to me. And I didn't want to look at him. I just went, it's all right, mate. You can sit back down. It's all right, sit back down. And he went, I'm sorry, I apologise. I was like, it's all right, mate. Sit down. It's fine. So I didn't want to talk to him. Do you know what I mean? I don't want those type of people that will say something when you're on stage and then come and talk to you afterwards. Like, nah, man, I'm not having that. So anyway, that was that. Will I do another Christmas gig? Of course I would. The money's good. I'm definitely doing. Talking about from one disaster to another one. Let's do no stupid questions. No stupid. It is a no stupid question. This one has been put up by somebody called Maggie Gard. Is there no stupid question related to my topic that I just spoke about? In a way, yes. What is it they're asking? Do people who were bullied remember the people who were kind to them? I have just literally done that, in a way, haven't I? That funny old bloke from the Isle of Wight trying to bully me on stage. Then a lovely, lovely lady, generally, amazing, spoke to me afterwards and was very kind to me. Yes! I've literally just done it, haven't I? About a minute ago. Obviously, it's weird how we always remember the bully. I think because it's just imprinted in our brains, isn't it? There's always someone out there who's going to disagree with what you're saying or what you do or how successful you are in life. Obviously, I can't even talk because I would blame it on the flu. I mean, if you look at my TikTok account, and you see the amount of followers and the likes and the love that I get. It's amazing. And then you get the occasional trolls. Let's call them trolls. They disagree with what you're saying. They don't think it's funny. They want to comment that there's more silence than there is laughter. But when you hear the laughter, it's loud. It's strange, isn't it? It's like they want to put you down. They get a buzz from putting someone down. I don't know, man. It's weird. Let's dig into more of Maddie Guard's question. I was just thinking of a girl who used to be severely bullied at the school I went to. Everyone was mean to her, even the girls who bullied themselves. I was very much a James Dean type at school. Ran my own rodeo and generally was liked by most, but close to none. I never put myself down to be partners with anyone, so would often be put with the bullied girl. She was actually super interesting to talk to. Had niche interests, was just a bit odd, but not by no means horrible. I used to stand up for her a lot. Good on ya. And her older sister was very thankful to me. I'm just sat here wondering how she might be now. I hope she's happy, and I hope she does remember people who were kind. She had it tough and didn't deserve it. That's a really nice, no stupid question, in all honesty with you, Maggie God. I used to, when I was at school, there was a young girl who was always getting bullied at school by other kids, and I never bullied her. Never ever bullied her. I think to myself now, looking back at it, and all the other people that used to get picked on at school, they got picked on because they were different to the other children in this sense. And as I'm in my 40s now, I'm obviously work in this type of field. I'm mental health support worker. I work with all sorts. So obviously I already know I've picked up signs of someone who might be autistic. They're slightly different. They might have ADHD. Looking back at people that were bullied, I get it. I get why they were so energetic. I get why they were always talking and they wouldn't be quiet, or the way they were dressed. It just makes a lot of sense now. And I'm like you, I think about them as well. I've got a friend of mine who's always getting picked on, and now he works for a major retail supermarket chain in the UK, and he's been there for years. He's happy. He's got a job. He's got a wife. He's got his own house. And it's good to see that, you know. I always felt sorry for this young man. Because I said, like, he's different. And I'll tell you what, the people who bully don't get anywhere in life. They're the ones who, it always backfires on them. I believe in karma. I honestly believe in karma. But thank you for not joining in with everyone else. And it's nice to you to think about them. Maybe you'll find them on social media. I don't know. Have a look on Facebook. I'm sure they're still around. Even just a little message will cheer them up. Oh, I just took a quick pause on my podcast just to see if I've put anything up on my Facebook that I can talk about today. Obviously, I haven't. I don't use Facebook as much now. I just put on there, the gigs I'm doing, basically. And any comments, like I put the one up about the white pretending to be a Sikh man. Who doesn't want boats coming over. Put that on my Facebook. Anyway, I was just on there and I saw a friend of mine, Adam, who runs Rough Works at the Glee Club. He's had a poorly heart. And I'm like, wow, he had to, I think he had to have a defib on him, and he's very young as well. He's way younger than me. He's 10 years younger than me, at least. I can't believe it. Like, anything can happen to you, isn't it? Like, you don't know. That's the thing with life. You have to enjoy every moment that you can, and don't take anything for granted. I know we don't always think of it at the time, but afterwards we will. What a crazy world. I don't know why I wanted to mention that, but I like the guy. He's a lovely guy. Do you know what I mean? And to hear something like that to happen to somebody you know is awful, awful. So young. So yeah, folks. If you never hear this podcast again, basically, enjoy every moment. Like I said, enjoy every moment. Don't take nothing for granted. And the more you are, the more positivity you give out to the world, the better human being you will definitely be. Because when you go, you're not going to take anything with you, are you? Unless it's your legacy and your pride. Look at me, talking like I'm a philosopher. Talking about philosophers, let's crack on with another subject. It's confessions. Confessions the church, red is the preach. I click the clang. Let's see who's confessing today on the Confessions Forum. This one has been put up by
That's interesting.
Yes, that is interesting, but we're not doing That's Interesting. Although I'd like to bring that one back, and I haven't done that in ages. Confession put up by Silent Evening. I robbed an obnoxious couple at a concert as revenge. Oh, I feel like I did that last night. To the corporate gig that I did, I robbed them as revenge. They wanted to pay me less. This is what the person told me, the one who booked me. Said, you know, they wanted to pay you. I said, no. No. I will go around there and I will take everyone's gold chain and ring. I'm getting my money, mate. Let's see what Silent Evening got up to. My friend and I, both women around 5'5". Okay, so I'm guessing their height has got something to do with this. Went to a concert recently at a venue that can hold around 600 people. We got there early enough to be a good distance from the stage, and we're standing and chatting with all the people around us. Seemed like we're going to have a good crowd, and I was exciting. Sounds fantastic already. What I didn't expect was the couple in front of us who were absolutely trashed. This couple were both drinking and getting high, even though security told them to stop lighting up inside. They even had their underage daughter with them. She's got this in brackets. This was not a concert for children. So obviously it already sets the picture. They don't care about their child. Smoking drugs and being out of their head says it all, Bab. Anyway, the opener comes on and the couple in front of us starts dancing back into my friend and I. We're pushing them forward as best as we can, and this went on for most of the opener. But these two people could feel nothing. They were so gone. The guy was wearing a backpack with a cheap, sharp metal zipper that was rubbing into my arm, and it hurt. Someone else got security to come to talk to them because it was just pushing for no reason, which did nothing. At this point, I'm upset. Nothing is getting through to these people. The venue is so full now, and it's hard to move to a different spot. Then the headliner comes on, and they start backing into us again. Oh, God. I'm so angry. I opened the guy's backpack and started pulling stuff out and throwing it onto the floor because I was so tired of them. I pulled out the water bottles, a charger, a battery backpack, a coin purse, and took off the charm hanging on their bag. Eventually, they tried to light up another joint inside, And that's what got them kicked out, but not before I almost emptied their bag. Brilliant. Well done. Silent evening. They definitely had a silent evening themselves when they got kicked out. And then when they sobered up, they must have realised, where's all our stuff gone? Oh, do you know what? I love that. Well done to you. I wish you was at my gig last night. You could have robbed everyone in the bloody venue. Have you ever had a problem with deliveries? I have. We all hate deliveries in the UK. You just end up waiting ages and ages, especially when they give you a specific time. Oh, we're going to be there from 9 o'clock in the morning, maybe till 8 in the evening. That doesn't help us. We have other things to do in our lives. Well, there seems to be a British problem to do with DPD. British problems. This is one posted by somebody called Book Arrow. Book Arrow has a problem with a British problem. Well, he's got a British problem is what I'm trying to say. I forgot that I choose your own adventure for a delivery with DPD. Your own adventure? What is this? I don't know anything about your own adventure. Can you take your parcel around the world before it comes to you? Is this the type of adventure he's talking about? Let's find out. Buckaroo is saying, I generally forgot I'd paid extra for DPD's Choose Your Own Adventure delivery feature. Instead of a simple expect it tomorrow, I now have a full-blown quest to unravel. My account is set up with a photo, a 3-word location, special instructions, and a safer place for delivery. Yet, the house with a gigantic number disappears from the map from time to time. Now goes something like this. We missed you. Your driver won't be back today, but you can still rearrange your delivery. Obviously a lie. I was at home and the photo is of a house down the road. Then the depot says they'll deliver later the same day. Another fib. The next day the parcel is refused because the contact name was not recognised. My IQ dropped to understand this one. Finally, a plain spoken info. Your parcel is somewhere. We know it. We won't do anything because we're busy. We may try next week, and that actually paints the truth. Only at DPD can a delivery delay be turned into an epic saga. Cheers, DPD, for giving my ordinary shopping trip the dramatic flair of a treasure hunt. D&D, DM here an idea for a character. Why do we keep relying on these bungled parcel companies? Royal Mail usually just delivers right to my door. No drama, a quick high five, and I'm happy. I thought, when you said choose your own adventure, I honestly thought you meant DPD will take your parcel around the world. So it's got stamps on it. It's been to Thailand. It's been to Singapore. It's been to New Zealand. It's been to USA. It even did Route 66 on its way. That, to me, is an adventure. Can you imagine having a little camera on your parcel as it travels around the world, taking little snapshots? I think that's a really good idea. Bucaro, shall we start our own delivery service? What we're going to do, when someone orders something, right, we're going to stick a little camera on it, and you're just going to get to see its whole journey. So from the factory, it comes out, you see the person picking it up, wrapping it, or whatever they're doing with it, send it off, and then you see it in the little trolley, and it's, mate, I think we would smash it. We'd have to copyright it so no one does what we do, because I think people would watch the whole thing, and the whole video is only a minute long. It could be photos of it. It could be little tiny videos. We'd make a killing. And then you can see your parcel. The last video will be alive, so you actually see your parcel being delivered to your door. It's kind of got like a Ring doorbell on it. I don't know if that's going to work, Buckaroo. But yeah, thanks for posting that. Let's do a weird news story. Yes, it's the end of the podcast. I've been thinking about this weird news story for a while, actually. I saw it the other day, and I was like, oh, I would like to talk about that in my podcast. So here it is. Some of you may have already heard about this story. If you haven't, here is the title. A Thai woman was found alive in a coffin before temple cremation. This woman was going to get cremated, but then somebody obviously realised, no, she's still alive. Let's find out what actually happened. A woman in Thailand shocked temple staff when she started moving in her coffin after being brought in for cremation. Wat Rat Prahang Tam is a Buddhist temple in the province of Nonthaburi. Basically, it's on the outskirts of Bangkok. They posted a video on its Facebook page showing a woman lying in a white coffin in the back of a pickup truck, slightly moving her arms and head, leaving temple staff bewildered. Pairat Sudop, the temple general and financial affairs manager, told the Associated Press that the 65-year-old, happy birthday, woman's brother drove her from the province of Pitasanalaka to be cremated. He said they heard a faint knocking coming from the coffin. I was a bit surprised, so I asked them to open up the coffin, and everyone was startled. I saw her opening her eyes slightly and knocking on the side of the coffin. She must have been knocking for ages. According to Pirat, the brother said his sister had been bedridden for about 2 years when her health deteriorated and she became unresponsive, appearing to stop breathing 2 days ago. The brother put her in a coffin and made a 300-mile journey to a hospital in Bangkok, to which the woman previously expressed a wish to donate her organs. So he was taking her to the hospital to get her organs done. The hospital refused to accept the brother's offer as he didn't have an official death certificate. The temple offers a free cremation service, which is why the brother approached them on Sunday, but also refused due to the missing document. The temple manager said that while he was explaining how to get a death certificate, they heard the knocking. They then assessed her and sent her to a nearby hospital. The abbot said the temple would cover her medical expenses according to the temple. That is absolutely mental. Imagine your family member thinks you've gone, decides to put you in a coffin, then sends you to a hospital so they can donate your organs, only to realise you're actually still alive. That's where the saying "saved by a bell" comes from, believe it or not. Quick fact. You know, back in the days, people were obviously scared of dying, and just in case they weren't dead and still alive, they used to put a string inside a coffin with a bell attached to it. So if the person is alive, they literally just ring the bell, which means saved by the bell. That's where the actual phrase comes from, believe it or not. That's it, folks. That is the end of the podcast. Thank you so much for listening out. Tonight, not a big one, but I am supporting Mick Miller.